Hi, in this video we'll discuss importance of concurrency verification. During this session we are going to write a simple program in C. We are going to compile and run the program and observe result. Then we'll understand role of a tester in verification of a program, and then finally we'll understand importance of concurrency verification. So let's get started. In the presentation we'll open a notepad program. Let's go to the directory wherein we will be designing our applications. So earlier we have made first.c. Now we are going to make another program. Let's right click, go to new, create a text document. I'm going to call this program as my second program, let's say. We're going to open the second.txt program. Let's write a simple program, hash include stdio.h, hash include standard library.h, so that we can use required functions. Then we'll go to main, and now we are going to write a simple code. Let's say we have taken three variables, integer x, y and z, and we have to check the following cases. Let's say we'll write a specific condition. If x is smaller or equal to y, then z is equal to else, z equal to x, else z is equal to y. So we have a conditional program that after providing some inputs to a program, the inputs are processed, and after processing x, y and z holds some value. Depending on this value, now we have a main condition to test, and let's call it as, by chance a programmer has written a code something like, if x is smaller than, let's call it as, we can test that with z or y, because we'll call it as something like this, that if x is smaller than z, some code has been written. So we are going to print something like printf, let's say success code, and else we'll have printf failure code. Now the main point which we have to understand here is, we have some given inputs to the program. The inputs are processed on the basis of some codes in the program, and after the processing is done, now the success result has to be printed. We are not sure about the condition, if x will be smaller than z, will it hold true or false? And it is very difficult for a tester to identify such logical conditions on a long program. So what we can do is, using the concurrency verification techniques, we can verify the logical errors of a program as well, which a debugger and the intelligence of an IDE cannot handle. Now how we have to process? We have to make sure that whatever the inputs are provided to x, y and z, this condition should always hold true, so that the program proceeds to a success case. Okay, so let's compile the program file. Let's save the program as second.c. We are going to save it as all files, second.c. Let's save it. I have saved the program, and now I am going to compile and test the program. To compile, we have developer command prompt available. So we are going to open developer command prompt. You can run it as an administrator. Then we'll go to the desired directory. Within C drive, we have a demo_vcc directory, and within this we have two programs, second.c and first.c. So we are going to compile and link our second.c program. Let's begin with compilation. And now you can see that we have got an executable file running. If we go to the directory here, you can see that a second.exe program is ready. You can double click and execute it. Moreover, you can test that with the command prompt as well. So we are going to execute directory. You can see that we have got a second.exe program running. Let's test the program, second.exe, and enter. But you can see that I have written a bad program. The bad program is in the sense that I am not sure about this condition, that will it hold true or false, and the success result will depend on it. Now what we actually have is, once we executed the program, we got the failure code. It may be possible that always we do not remember that it should, after conditions, the compiler will go to the success code or a failure code. But in this case, we have decoded it like this. So now what we want is, since we are going to failure code, once the tester will be testing this application, he won't be able to realize that he has written some wrong codes. During the unit testing part, unit testing is an important part for a developer, because after performing unit testing on the desired code block, they proceed to writing the code. And if they write wrong code by mistake or some incorrect logical code into the code, the program will be compiled, but once it will be executed, it will show bad results. So now, as far as the unit testing is concerned, we have made a verification program for concurrency of the codes, and we can test that using annotations feature in C language. So what we can do is, we can make sure with our concurrency verification program that whether this condition will hold true or not after the processing is done, after the processing of this logical block is done or not. So let's proceed to it. Now what we'll do, I'll start my concurrency verification program. This is my concurrency verification program. What I can do is, I can browse the program, and that is second.c program. I don't need to have the compiled program here. I have just opened second.c. Now what I can do is, I can verify the program using a library known as vcc.h provided by Microsoft. This has to be included so that we can use annotations feature. Now, since we want to cross check this condition, if x is smaller than z, now what we can do is, we'll just remove this code because that does not work with annotation. What we actually need to do is, we'll do something like this. We'll use an annotation for assertion, and assertion will define that whether this condition will hold true or not. So we were checking if x is, let me just do a control Z, x is smaller than z, we need to test. So we'll go for the assertion underscore assert, and we are going to test, annotation has to be done like this. This is the annotation tag assert, and then we want to test the condition x is smaller than y. Now since we are at this place, now we will be verifying for the program, and finally we should have the return statement as well, return 0, since we have the integer method. So now let's verify the program. So we'll begin verification of the program. And once we did verify the program, you can see that we have got an error VC9500 that assertion x smaller than y did not verify. This means we have identified that this condition won't last long. Okay, since this condition won't last long, we have to cross check the variables here. So what we can do is, we can simply turn it to something like if, what we can say is, let's say we can go for something like, it may be possible that x may equal to y, x will not equal to y. Let's test that with z condition, because in the real program we have tested that with z. So let's verify that with z. If x is smaller than z, we'll verify that again. And now after the verification is done, now you can see that x is smaller than z also did not verify. Hence the condition here is not logically correct. So now what we can do is, we can simply test another condition, that let's say if x is greater than z, or z will always be smaller than x, could be a condition. So let's verify that. So with the concurrency program, it becomes very easy that we can identify which condition will be true. So here we can see that z is smaller or equal to x also did not verify. So it may be possible that z may equal to x. So let's verify the program. So now this is the correct condition, because verification of the main has succeeded, and we are sure that now whatever values are provided to x, y, z, after the values are processed with this logical code, at this place z will always be smaller equal to x, and that could be the condition which can hold last long. So now what we can do is, we can simply verify. We have verified the program, and we'll be updating the condition z is smaller equal to x. So what we'll do something like z is smaller equal to x, and now this program will be saved again. We'll go to file, save. We'll go to the compiler here. We are going to again compile our second.c program. The compiler has executed, and now we'll test second.exe, and now you can see that we have reached to the success code. So this is how debuggers, specific IntelliSense tools available in Visual Studio or any other integrated development environment is not actually capable of identifying the logical mistakes which we do in our code writing. And when we are performing code testing on a large block, or if we are writing codes for a long program, it becomes very difficult to identify such minor mistakes of the program, such logical mistakes of the program. So with our concurrency verification program, we make sure that if we are writing codes for C, and if we are writing n number of lines of code, we can easily verify the conditions of the program, and that will help us write quick code, correct code, and we can make more soundproof code. So this is all about concurrency verification program. Thank you for watching.